Hi, welcome to my class. Today we are going to see the of goals of financial management. Let us understand the goals of management. The goals are objectives of the firm determine what the firms are accomplished and its guide to the decision rules of the firm. Generally, goals can be in terms of maximizing or minimizing selected variables. The very important thing is any goal determined by that firm is must be a clear and ambitious. It should be able to evaluate the success or failure of a decisions and should be a consistent with the long-term existence of the firm. Generally, the two main goals of the considered by firms are the maximizations of profit and maximizations of shareholders wealth. And maximizations, friends, let us understand a profit maximization goals. A profit maximization is naturally considered as an implied objectives of any organization. If you ask to any manager what is your goal, they will say maximize the profit. Various type of decisions are taken with the a view to maximize the profit of the firm. The profit is regarded as a yardstick for a economic efficiency of any firm. The profit maximizations of own firm is targeted by all the firms in general, and so it leads to a increase in efficiency and more productivity in any organizations as well as a welfare of the society in general. It is also leads to a better allocations of our resources so that the targets are achieved. So not only a form of viewpoint of the firm but also for the society it is a beneficial thought. A firm's overall goal is to increase the wealth of shareholders. Profit maximizations as an objectives of overlooks and interest of the other parties like shareholders, suppliers, buyers, lenders, creditors, and so on. In fact, there are various limitations or objections to the profit maximizations as a goal of the financial management. Limitations is ignore risk. Friends, generally the firm attempt so high to increase the profit or earning, but what the amount of risk to achieve the profit is ignored. Management may undertake all the profitable investment opportunities regardless of the associated risk, whereas investment may not be a worth of the risk despite its a potential profitability. Secondly, a profit maximization as a goal is a vague and ambiguous. In fact, of the does not give any clarity of the which type of profit, whether the firm is taking about long term or short term profit. They are talking of the profit or after tax, before tax. Are they talking profit from the point of view of the total funds employed, or from the a point of view of shareholders only? So, in general, if the firm is saying that we have to maximize the profit, many times people working in the organizations are confused which type of profit they are taking. They are taking about the gross profit or they are talking about the net profit. What profit? So, in general, it is not giving a clarity when the firm keeps a goal as a profit maximization. Thirdly, it ignores a very important fundamental, that is the time value of money. All the monetary benefits, all the costs associated are considered in absolute terms with no considerations to values over the different time periods. So is general what happens in the value of money today is not exactly the value of money tomorrow. Whatever you are buying today with say 100 rupees, the same thing you are not able to going to buy the in the future. So it's a very important to consider the time value of money, which is ignored by the concept of profit maximizations. Fourth is concentrate on immediate effect on a profit maximization tends into a concentrate on immediate effect on financial decisions as a reflected in a increase in the profit of that year or in the near futures. It is not necessary will be correct as a many decisions have their benefits and cost and scattered over many years. Fifth, it ignores a financing aspect and a risk financing friends many times to achieve a profit firm may go for financing from other sources which may have a very high cost associated beyond the borrowing capacity of the firm. The profit maximizations had thus concentrates on the profitability only and ignores even financing aspect. Sixth, interest of the shareholders are ignored. In fact, the profit maximization is not only related to any measures of the shareholders benefits, it seems to be self-centered at the cost of losing attentions from the interest of the shareholders, which would be very very crucial for any firm. So another alternative to profit maximizations is maximizing a return on investment, which is also more or less the same. The firm in this case would select those alternatives which will have a percentage return in access of a percentage cost of funds. Here also financial decisions makers will be directed in the same manner as in case of a profit maximizations. Thus the profit maximizations fails into be a firm operationally feasible goal of a financial management. Actually, the goal of the firm should be a precious, clearly defined, and must increase value of the firm. And one such goal is wealth maximizations. Let's understand what is the wealth maximizations. Friends, maximizing the shareholders' wealth is the key objectives of the financial management. The objectives is generally expressed in terms of the maximizations of the value of a share of a firm. The measurement of wealth is a concept of a economic value. The economic value is defined as a present value of a future cash flows generated by a decisions discounted at an appropriate rate of a discount, which reflects the degree of associated risk. These measures is of economic value is based on the cash flows rather than profit. Shareholders wealth maximizations means maximizing the net present value, that is a NPV. That is a NPV. The course of actions is not difference between the present value of a benefits and present value of a cost of a so NPV here, that is a net present value, is equal to a cash flows, that is CT is divided by 1 plus K raised to 2 T, that is 1 plus appropriate discount rate is minus so CO, that is the initial investment. Friends, the positive MPV is creates the wealth for the shareholders, and so it's desirable. On the other hand, the destroys the shareholders' wealth, so it is rejected. There are someone. This is the concept of the wealth maximization, which is includes the concept of considered timing of cash flows and the level of the risk or the discounting process. It implies the long-term perspectives of the goal of our organizations. Also, it's a practical and a pre-operative. The shareholders' wealth is represented by the present value of all the futures cash flows in the form of dividends or other benefits expected from the firms. It represents the market price of a share, which is present value of the all futures dividends. So, thank you.